All right. So I think today is also the first build section as well. So I would like to make it in another way. I think between build section and office hour there is two major difference. Office hour is more for the new things and share template and something. For build section, I will retaining this period to mostly on the explanation and starting to build together with you guys from number 0 to 1. And I also going to show you like normally how we starting with idea and perhaps that we will troubleshooting and bug fixing as well. So that's will the main purpose. So I have different topics that I put in here. Let's can be like build agent for meeting preparation, build agent for turning meeting note into content, or HR design, content creation, or sales and marketing. So this is just idea, but we can kind of like voting on what you would like to do. Yeah, but I think to make sure that everyone is going to able to hear me, I'm going to open a small phone here. Okay, so I also have my team is in the meeting. So it means, Rick, in case that you see some problem with my audio, you can just tag me in the group chat, and I will frequently take a look into that and make sure that it will not have any problem. Okay, yeah, cool. So if anything else, I will just start for now. So firstly, when you are first start the building an agent or something, you should defining the use case. Then what is the thing that you would like to automate? And secondly is perhaps that you can define like agent or workflow. When to use what? And the third one that I want to think is to start small and iterative. On top of that. So I think this is a top 3 that normally I'm thinking that when we start with anything, we need to come up with the use case and so on. And for step number 2 is we design whether we use agent or workflow, because those are the fundamental concepts of like agentic flow. For today, I'm going to go through to you as well on when that I recommend you to use agent and when to use workflow and how. And then the third one is I will pick one of the use case, and then we can review that together from ground up and then see how it's good. Okay, so let's take a look on the use case. Firstly, think what to automate. So normally I think you should have the idea about what you want already. Depends on whether you are having a background in terms of like using automation like NAN or Make.com or Zapier. So if you already have that kind of like workflow or item automation, then you can bring that over. But for some of you that have never worked with this tool before, I also going to recommend you a way that you can actually just brainstorming with an AI agent, so that it's going to help you to get things started on the beginning. Okay, so this is a step number 1. So let's pick some of the use case that we can use with that. So I will going to go through. I think previously we have a few. Okay. So we have this one. So in office hour before, I was presenting about let AI work while you sleep, and in here actually we having some of the prompt that we have in here. So I will just copy this use case prompt, and I can make that as example to our use case. Okay, I will paste here. I will put that underneath on the right hand side. I will put this one under this one. So let me zoom in a bit so that you can see. So the first agent is create a lead qualification that automatically evaluate incoming prospect again your ideal customer profile, then prioritize the high value opportunity while providing actionable insight to help you focus on sales effort on most promising lead. So this is kind of like lead qualification agent. Okay. The second agent is the email inbox management agent that automatically categorize, prioritize, and process your message, providing summary of important email and draft response. So that is second agent is email inbox management agent. Okay. The third one is I think this is a C. The third one is the research and blog post agent that will find credible information for your chosen topic, organize some key points into compelling outline, draft engage content with proper citation, optimize for SEO, and so on. So these are some of the use case that you can actually come up with and in this kinds of like prompt, so that we can start to create some agent that differ into this one. Okay, and before moving to go into this, so I will go through like some fundamental concept of agentic flow is having. This is about agent and workflow, and the best way to learn about this one is actually go into our portal. So on the left hand side, you will see that there will be different sections: agent, workflow, and multi-agent. So basically, those are separate concepts of the platform that's suitable for different things. So when I click into workflow, and then if I click into this workflow, for example, then I will see that this is a workflow UI, and it is just like a step-by-step process that it will start it with a trigger. So it can be schedule or webhook, but the trigger is also optional. So the trigger is something that either you set it up your workflow already, and then you would like to let it run every 7 a.m. in the morning, or you can have another system to trigger this one, then you will use trigger. But if not, then you can just focus on the user input. So the user input is something that you are defining what is the input of the workflow. For example, this workflow is about website scraper and automatic generate product catalog and static page. So this one is going to take in the URL, which is you are fetching the URL. And underneath of this one, you will see that there will be step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 5 step in a workflow that going to serve for this workflow purpose to the website scrapping and also generating the blog post and so on. So the step number 1, when you click on that, it will show you like it will take the input URL, which is this yellow line from the user input. And this is kind of like you are passing whatever that the user enter into the user input into this field, so that this action, which is calling file crawl to do something, it will get the data from this one. Okay. And after that, you have the different action that doing different thing as well. So for example, like this one is add Gemini. This one is convert string to JSON, and this is a file called extra charge, and so on and so on. So this step is fully customizable. So you can do the drag and drop feature on doing this area. Okay. And finally is you will see that there will be a button plus here. So any of these workflow, actually you can click in order to entering the intermediate step. For example, I would like to do a web retrieval. So I just click here and I can add it here. Or if I would like to delete this one, I just click and delete this one. Or if I would like to duplicate this one, I just duplicate this one. So that is the very fundamental operation that you can use this kind of workflow for. Okay. And if you're going down a bit, then you will see the final piece of the workflow, which is the output. So if you click on this output, then you will see that there is a table where actually we constructing the output into something that's structured. So for example, like you have 6 steps in here, but at the end of the day, you just only need 3 information. When every time this workflow run, it will need to take 1 user input, which is the URL, and then it will take 3 output, which is the FAQ of the website, the product, and the website info. So this is how you constructing the output of your workflow. Okay. I hope that I will not go into this too fast. So that is the concept of the workflow. And the second one is the concept of the agent. The agent is this tab when you go into the agent tab. Okay. And then if you go into this one, and again, you can choose any of the agent. You click on edit agent. And when you open this agent, you will see that there is a UI that you can use for this agent. And this UI, we call it agent editor. Okay. And the left hand side is the instruction. So where you can brief your agent, what is the role of the agent. So you can click here. It will show you like, when you type in here, it actually show preview so that you can read on the UI, like the role of the agent, the goal, the visual identity, the user input, and so on, and so on. And in the middle of this UI is actually you can configure your agent. What are the skills that it have? What is the knowledge that it have? Whether it's using memory or not using memory. And it can be a chat experience as well. And on the right hand side of the UI, it's actually going to be your preview and debug agent. So you can go into new chat, and then you can chat with the agent. Say, just say hi. And the agent is going to respond to you. So that is the agent where you can just build on top of agentic flow. So if you can take a look in here, agent and workflow, they have two different UI, and they are serving for different purpose as well. So you can learn more about our documentation when you click on this docs. And there will be a section on the left hand side here that it will show you like what is the agent is about. For example, you can click on Agent Hub. It will explain to you like what is the AI agent and when to use and what to use. And when you are talking about the agent capability, like personalization or model selection, so we explain on all of the concept in here. And similar to workflow, you can go into this section, workflow, where you can click on Workflow Hub, and it will show you like what are the workflow look like, and when to use workflow, and what is your first workflow going to be look like. Okay, so my suggestion for you is for the process that going to be fixes step by step. Let me go back into this one and go to workflow, and perhaps that we can take a look on, for example, like this workflow. Okay, marketplace access generator. Okay, so this is the workflow that my team is using to generate image with Nano Banana Pro. So now let me let me click on history to see if any successful run before. Okay, let's click on this one. Okay, we see that our team is using this workflow to input my logo, and also there's a text, and also the text here, and Claude is going to using to generate a prompt, and finally it's generating an image for this thumbnail. Okay, so it is allow you to pull live information from any API and integrate it. So if you go back into that build tab in here, you see that this workflow had two steps. Step number one is asking Claude. Step number two is generating an image. Okay, so that is if there's a workflow that going to do the fixes step every time it run, then you should use workflow. Okay, you should not use agent for these kinds of like fixes step, because otherwise the agent itself have the kinds of like probability. So sometimes it works this way, and maybe next time you run it, it's not running the same way. So for workflow, it's more deterministic. So it means if you configure the workflow to have two steps, and every time you run, it will run that two steps, not more, not less. Okay, so that is workflow. For agent is more about autonomy concept. So the agent is going to driving by the left hand side, where you are configuring the agent about ability on and their job, and also explaining in natural language about what it does and so on. And in agent, actually you can equip a workflow. For example, I click on this one, and I can select this marketplace access generator workflow to here as well, and I click add. So technically, the workflow that I build in the workflow tab can be used as an agent, and we can just tell it to do some certain thing. For example, like I'm going to do a new chat. I will just tell in the agent, hey, let use marketplace access generator tool. Let me save this one first, and I open new chat. Let me ask this: what tool do you have? Okay, it have Google Sheet and Google Docs. Because I choosing this one, let me remove this one first. Okay, it said like run workflow related to marketplace access generation. Okay, do it. Name, description, and email URL. Maybe let's do a mentor health sign up, follow up agent. Because on the left hand side. So as you can see here, I'm trying to ask the agent to using the marketplace access generator tool, but on the left hand side here, the instruction is actually to do different things. So you will notice that the agent will follow this instruction first because it's something that it will respect rather than the user equip on the left hand side here. So if you would like to have the agent that going to really follow the instruction, we need to delete this on the left hand side, and we click save. Okay, which tool you have? Okay, can you have to create the access for promoting my mentor health sign up agent? Okay, name, description. Name should be the rest. You should come up with yourself. Okay, so when I tell it explicitly, it will start to using the workflow on marketplace access generator. If we click on here, we see that it will send, there will be different field, like different like name or description. And for the email to URL, actually it is using a sample URL in here, and it was just waiting for the workflow to complete. And actually, because it is going to call to that workflow, so if we click on this area and we open a new tab and we wait a bit, and we click on the history tab on the right hand side, we see that this workflow is actually created and it is pending to complete when this workflow run completed. Okay, there will be some fail reason. Let me click on this one to see what is the fail reason. Okay. Okay, I think because of the email to URL was not sending by the agent. So because it's going to causing some fail, because in this generate email, it were expecting an email URL, but unfortunately, the agent, when it's calling to this email URL, it's not sending the valid URL. It was sending a random URL. You can see it was sending this one, example.com. Let me copy this one. I open and I paste here. Yeah, it's an example domain. There's nothing in here, so it will causing wrong. But what if we can having an image, for example, like cat pic, and I would download this image, and I'm going to attack this image. Use this image instead. Okay, and I will click on this one, and you can see that when the agent calling the workflow that we prepare, it is starting to use the right URL instead of the incorrect one. And because this URL is actually the valid one, so we can copy and we open a new tab and we paste here. So it is actually a valid URL and it can show the picture. So technically, when we are visiting the workflow, which is on this tab, and then we click on the history, it's going to see the workflow and it has been created. The ask clause is also successfully, and currently the second step, which generates image, is also going to work as normal as well. Let me refresh it one more time. Okay, this one it also work as well. You can see, so this is the picture. So what we just did right now is that we create an agent that using a workflow as a tool in order to generate a thumbnail banner based on the prompt that we are talking about the name of the title and also the description of that one. So what you just observed is actually what I did to create a workflow and then using that workflow to equip into an agent and then allow agent to using that workflow to do certain thing. Okay, so before moving into the more details on the actual prompt, for example, like we will go into the lead qualification agent later. I will wait a bit so that maybe you can have any question. We can talk on this together. Yeah, so the question from Dingjing is that recent I saw a function, but I'm not sure if it's possible. You paste a link to a video like YouTube or TikTok, then it analyzing the content of the video and generating a prompt to making a similar video. It's not about analyzing the transcript of the video, but including a visual detail and so on. Is it details to create similar effect? Alright, I think what you just did is very interesting. It is about the ability to do video understanding. But I think I'm not sure which is the output that you mentioned, but when you are saying about like replicate the video, is it a kind of like a mimic the motion of the video? For example, like it changing the face or the clothes of the people, but the motion is the same. Is it the same what you are mentioning? Because I think if this is the case, then I think this is a specialized. So let me go into Reddit. So I'm going to go into a community that really specialize in this one, which is Stable Diffusion. I'm going to put this is in animated one. Okay. I believe that there will some people that doing this video. Okay. Let me click on this one. So this is what they have. You can see that they are using a picture and also they are using a original video, driven video, and then they are doing kinds of like output, which is rendering frame by frame, but capturing the movement of the people so that it can creating a new video. So that is how most of the video model is leveraged on. So this one is actually a specialized AI feature that you can check the GitHub on this one in order to start to use them. And if you would like to using this one, then I would suggest that you can have a specialized service that doing this kinds of like mimic motion, where you input as an image and also they are going to output as a video that mimic the image. And if that service is having a kinds of like API, then you can connect that into Agentic Flow, where we can exposing as a form so that you can kind of like using that service automatically. Yeah. Okay. So what you are asking is also different things, right? So extracting clips from video. Can you give me an example of that, Nenji? If you have, maybe I need to look into more details on that. Yeah, I will wait for Dinjin to respond. For the second question from Techno, yeah, so that is okay. So I might need your help to send me an example so that I can understand what is the video look like, so that I can give you some recommendation. There is some technique of doing that. Depends on what kinds of level of reproduce. It can be audios only, or even character as well. But if you can give me an example, perhaps that I'm going to able to give you some recommendation on that. Okay, it might take a bit time to find the video, right? Okay, yeah, so let me check on YouTube if you have any question on YouTube. No, okay, we don't have any question on YouTube. Okay, use a TikTok link to write this. Okay, monitored behind the scene of short line. So too handsome. So I think what they are using is using the ability of kinds of Gemini model. Okay. So let me show you what I'm thinking. Okay. In order to reproducing that, we are going to use one of the model. So let me copy this one to our this one. So okay. This is a real life example from Dinjin. So let's work on that together and see how we can producing this one. Okay. So it's going to be, we are using, let's go to YouTube. And for example, like we have a video from do we have a sample video? If no, I was just finding some of the video. Okay.
What happened to your
let me click on this video. And I'm going to using my AI studio.google.com. Go back, playground. I'm using Gemini as an example because it have the ability to read the video. Okay. Help me to transcribe this video into a script like below. You have this video. Great. Oh wait, so why don't we do it together? So I haven't, this is going to be kind of light challenge because I haven't done this before, but let's start with from this one. So the challenge today is to from this to this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decomposing what is the way that normally I'm thinking. Okay. So firstly is we need to first download the video file from TikTok. So this is step number one. Second is to use a video model a model that can process video to generate the script. This model should have ability to accepting video as input and accepting prompt so that we can extract the format we want. And I think number 3 is that we would like to reproduce this with a text to video models like VO3. Okay, so I anticipate that from this kinds of video, it's going to be the same where we download and we use our AI to extract in a script. And the third one is we are reproducing this video with a VO3. So let me firstly find a way to download this video yet. So I'm going to go into agentic log. I'm going to create a new agent. Let me create a new agent from scratch. Let's just say video reproducing agent. Okay, let me create this agent. So my step number 1 is to download this video, okay, and then extracting to this one. So what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'm going to change this into a model that's good with agentic behavior, which is the GOM 4.5R. So this is number 1 step. Okay, so I go into new chat. I say, hey, I need you to download use code execution tool to download this video and upload to our AI drive. Okay, so what I want it to do is, from the YouTube video, I want it to download it and upload to AI drive so that later I can do certain thing with that. Okay, so this is the YouTube video, and I'm going to enable the code execution tool for this agent. And second one is I will enable the file system for this agent. Okay, so this will allow this AI agent have the ability to write some code, because downloading a file is not something that out of the box side. We don't have that ability, but I think we can having the agent to write some code to do something with that. So I'm going to enter and we will see how the agent is going to behave on this. Okay, so let's expanding this one. Okay, it will download. Okay, it actually installed some package. It actually download this TikTok video. Okay, it have been downloaded successfully. Okay, and it will upload to our URL. Okay, it have successfully downloaded a TikTok video and upload to our AI drive storage. Okay, let me open on this one. Let me go to my AI drive and I'm looking for the new video. What was that video? TikTok video. Okay, and before I'm going to download this one to my computer and I will open this one here. Alright, so we have the video. So that's step 1 is done. Okay, check. How do you say that? Say done. Step 2 is to use the model that can process video to generating the script. Okay, so let me come back into Discord. So right now we don't have actually, so let me break it down a bit. Okay, so this one is going to be Gemini. So Gemini model is the only model that have ability to understand the video as a whole. But I don't think that currently our video model is having the ability to send a video. I think we need to enable that. But let me see. Yeah, I haven't. This is totally new use case that you just give me, so I have no idea that if our AI having the ability. But what I can do is I will try. Okay, let me explore this. But let me go into workflow Let me create a new workflow. I say test if Gemini can consume the entire video. Let me create the workflow. And in here, I'm going to, I think I need to try with advanced mode. Okay, let me click here, and I see now we only enabled prompt, system prompt, chat history, and the model. So we don't enable the video URL. So I think this is not the case. Let's search for Ask Gemini. Okay, let's click on this one. So in here, actually, we are allowed to send the model. We are allowed to send question. Oh, but we only allow to send the image. We do not allow you to send the video yet, even though Gemini have this ability. So what we will need to do as an enhancement is to add one more section here so that you can add passing the video to the model. But for now, for our use case, I think I'm just using Google AI Studio because it's going to be functioning the same. So I'm going to drop the video that I just put in here. And I say, I want you to watch this video and extract for me what on the video in below format. And I'm going to copy the format that you put me here. Split it to different shot so that I can replicate this again. Also put it in a code block for me to easy copy. So I will press enter. So this model, which is Gemini from Google, is going to accepting the entire video and also to watch every second of the video and also doing this extraction for us. Currently, Agentic Flow do not have that ability because we are not yet enabled the video input, but this is something that we can enable. Yeah, as you can see in here. Okay, so they have 6 different shots. Okay, shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's copy this one as an output. I'm going to paste this one. Oh, yeah. They just paste to Gemini. Yeah. Right now, Agentic Flow do not have enabled this video URL yet, but technically Gemini can do it, and we can enable that. It's very easy. Okay. So after this step number 2, what you can have is actually the, already exported shot already, right? So what you can do next is actually to generating the video with that. So in order to demonstrate that, I'm going to create a video in here. I will delete, and I will search for video 3. I click here. I will choosing the key, and I'm going to do aspect ratio of 9:16 and prompt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first shot, which is this one, and I copy this one, and I'm going to go back into Agentic Flow, and I just paste the prompt away. I just need to put the prompt here. It's better. So prompt, I put the prompt here, and I save the prompts, and in here I changing the prompt here as well, and I save in here. Instead of going to pasting the prompt here, what I'm going to do is I will click on this plus button, and I will select the prompt as a user input for this workflow. I click save. So this is the one step workflow, but I'm going to single run, and I'm going to click run on this button. So basically, it's going to do is the video. Account not found. Why? Let me do another one. Maybe not using this one. Let's do another kind of like video. ByteDance, yeah, let's do ByteDance. Okay, do a connection. Let's do a prompt which is just using the same, and save this one, the aspect ratio that put into 916. Let's put it, okay, 916, and click save, and click run, and do it again. Okay, no error here, so this should be okay. We need to check the VO3 to see what is the problem. It might take a while for this process to run. Yeah, video is not always fast. It can take up until minutes. Okay, let's wait for a bit. Yeah, but as you can see here is that after we are doing this one, then we just need to reproduce the step of the shot that have been created in before. So Gemini is the only model that can consume your entire video, and then you can just imagine that you can ask the AI to chat with that video and then doing certain things. And when we are enable the agentic flow to have the ability to send a video model to Gemini, so technically you can do the same with what AI Studio does, just via agentic flow UI. And for the step number 3, it's actually reproducing this video for a text to video. That's simple already, right? Because in this one, you already have the prompt for the video. You just send it into the model like VO3 or C3, and they can have the ability to doing that. Okay. Let me come back into agentic flow if it has been done or not. Okay, it's done. So this is the video. Let me open it. Okay, so that is the first video. And let me open the TikTok URL that also Dingqing is sending us. Okay, so if we put it side by side, it is quite similar. So it is learning the UI that the people is using and also doing things. But I think for this one, the reason why this video is viral is because it is not the normal people. Okay, it's not normal guy. Actually, this one is his name is Muzan. So his name is Muzan from what was the name of the movie? Yeah, he is Muzan. So what I'm thinking is you can enable and enhance this one a bit, okay, by adding one more step. So you need to add one more step. You just do image, generate image, and you take it before this one, and then you will choose Nano Banana. You choose the aspect ratio. You select this one, and then you choose the aspect ratio. Firstly, you need to select connection, and you select a connection of 916, and then you put the prompt here. Prompts, save, and in this one, you should enable this start frame. Okay, you click on start frame. And you click on this one. Instead of choosing the prompt directly, you just choose the image, okay? And save. So when you are entering the prompt, you don't use a handsome Japanese man, okay? Because I think when we are looking into the video, it was not dressing at Muzan Kibushiki. And I think because of the model of ByteDance doesn't have kinds of like mimic of the Muzan. But if we have ByteDance and Nano Banana, I think it's going to be much closer. So I'm going to run this 2-step video again. I will click this one. Okay, I will wait for this to complete. So we will watching the video that the first one is using. Let me click on this one. So this is the original video. Okay, we will remember this one to do, but I don't think that he is dressing very similar to Muzan. But if we are enhancing that by adding a model that very good at image generation, and then we're generating another video starting from that image, is going to be much stronger in terms of the use case. So let's wait a bit. Okay, let me close here. Yeah, it takes some time. Nano Banana is also slow. Yeah, true. So that is your current process. So what I'm thinking, this is a Demon Slayer animate. So technically, we will need to enable that ability to send the video to Gemini model. But whatever that can be done in AI Studio can be done here, and we can split that into a 6 different prompt. And then based on that 6 different prompt, what we can do is to split that and also running the prompt to image by using Nano Banana. And after that first image is done, we can using that image as the first frame for the text to video, and then we can have very accurate video on top of that. Okay, let me refresh up this one. Okay, we have. Oh, I think we did it wrong. Okay, this one is much nicer, but I think it was in 16:9. I think I was doing some wrong configuration in here. Let me go back, and I see. Wait. Technically, I choose 9:16, but why it is incorrect? Let me choose this one more time. Okay, let me save, and for video, I'm also choosing 9:16. Let me click one more time. But at least, right, in terms of the quality of the image, you see that Nano Banana is getting much closer to the prompt. And if you are animating the video from Nano Banana start frame, it is much nicer than the video that we create on. Oh, hey, we have this one. Let's play this one. Not bad, right? Not bad. It's very close to the original TikTok video that you have. Just because the image quality is much higher because of Nano Banana. So when you're animating the video, it's also much nicer as well. Yeah. And the interesting here is that the pricing of the model that we are using is also much cheaper. Okay, so this is the video from Nano Banana. So we are using the video model from ByteDance. Okay, I'm going to put let me do a interesting thing. Okay, I'm going to create an agent that researcher agent, and I'm going to equip that with a plugin. Okay, which is search. I will equip it with a web search plugin, and also another web retrieval plugin. So these 2 plugins. Okay, I'm also changing this model to Gemini, GPT GOM 4.5 Air. Okay, I'm going to ask it help me to research the price of Gemini View 3.1 versus the C stream of ByteDance. Put side by side. Okay, so instead of myself going to Google, so actually I can create an agent that's going to do the web search for me and also to do understanding and give me back that answer. Okay. And this is the new plugin. So plugin is also a one-step workflow that using tool, and it's actually creating an agent. Ooh, there's a lot of like recursive limit in here. Let me increase this one. Okay, let me new chat. Okay. Wow, it take a lot of search to composing this information for me. I think you get the C3 model wrong. This is a video model. Ah, sorry. This was C-dance, not C-stream. Okay. So the model of like, is it correct? Video token generation. Ah, it have the different way of doing calculation. Really? So Pro is $1.5, and is it true? C-dance model. I see. Okay, I do the Google myself. Okay. Ah, yeah. So this is the correct one. So the price in USD of C-dance model is much lower, like 0.5, and I think that is quite interesting. But I do the comparison before. So basically the C-dance model is much cheaper than the VO3. So you can combination of these two, of the aspect of the Nano banana and the video, then to get a very high quality replicate of the original video on TikTok without having to spend tons of money on VO3. So okay, this is done. So let me play this video. Okay, so this is the replica, and this is the original. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of like interesting. Yeah, why do the plugin show bad connection status? What is that? Can you show me what is the problem with that? Which plugin having bad connection? Like this one? Is it the red dot? So if you are having the red dot in here, actually technically it means that the OpenAI is a provider which is in this connection, and you need to add a connection to use their plugin. And if you see this problem, you can click on this one, and then you can select the OpenAI connection, and it will turn normal, and then you can use this plugin as normal. So for other, you also based on the app as well, for the built-in, which is the agentic flow tool or plugin, then you don't need any connection. But for other tool like Rogue, Replicate, or Fan or Filecrawl, then you need to have the corresponding connection to them. Yeah. Ah, yeah. So the web search in here, actually this is just UI bug. So web search, it technically should not having any problem. So for example, I'm just here. I will just delete this one, and I say use web search to search for NVIDIA stock. Yeah, it will search for this one and it will get the website. So whatever plugin that inbuilt in is going to be using your agentic flow credit, and it will require no connection. Yeah, maybe there's some UI issue on this one. For example, like send mail is showing red here, but technically you can use that without having connection. Only when you are using OpenAI on this one, then this is the triangle error. It's going to be the errors one. When you click on that, in here actually no connection file, right? Actually we don't need that connection. But we will fix this UI. Yeah. Okay. So I think that is also it. So I think that for the first topic hour, I would like to keep it quite simple. So perhaps that we also identify some of the enhancement from the community. So it's, in summary, what we are discussing is we define the use case. We identify what is the difference between agent and workflow, when to use what. And the third one is we can start small and iteration on top. And for the use case that from linking is actually we took the use case and we did it live, like how you can download a video file from TikTok. So what I advise you to do is you can use the existing feature from agentic flow, which is allow you to do code execution and file system, where you can technically asking the agent to writing some code. You can see here. So it's actually technically writing code in its own computer, and then after that it will upload. Actually, it will download the video from the own computer of the agent to the AI drive, which is on the left hand side in here. So when the video is already in the AI drive, then technically you can use other model to processing on top of that video as well. So what we are lacking at the moment that currently Gemini has is that the ability to accepting the video directly, and we believe that we can enable that feature in no time, because we already have the integration with Gemini in here already, and this Gemini is already accepting image. So we believe that we can have another field, which is video, and sending the video from our AI drive to the Gemini, and also you doing exactly the same like the one that we do in AI Studio, and then you can replicate the entire pipeline. And we're also doing the enhancement as well. So we can attaching the Nano banana at the precursor step into the text to video. And we're also introducing a new ByteDance model that you can use to generating the video in very cost effective comparing to Nano banana. So I think that's pretty much it. And I think that should be it for today. So thanks a lot. And I will review on the build section on upcoming. And if you enjoy it, we can do it more frequently, like weekly. But for now, I think I will see you in later. Okay. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.